Hi, my name is Susan from Unity Fitness and Yoga, and welcome to your chair yoga practice. As I'm recording this class today, we are experiencing a solar eclipse. Now, where I am, it's not a full eclipse. We're about 65% or so. But it just got me thinking a little bit about this cosmic play that's going on right now, right? This cosmic play between the moon, the sun, and the earth. And as the eclipse is happening, light is completely taken over by darkness. And the two merge actually for a moment as one, and then the light appears again. And it's a reminder to me that nothing is all light or all darkness, that there's always this constant interplay between the two. And as well, also the impermanence of things, right? Like a saying that comes to mind is your current situation is not your final destination. So as we're moving through this time of maybe uncertain or imbalanced energy, and as this time of the eclipse passes, just keep in mind, maybe what is it that you're moving through, right? Just like the eclipse passes, so do the dark times of our lives. So what are you moving through? What are you leaving behind? And then what light do you have to look forward to at the end? So perhaps maybe something in that around the theme of our class today fits with you as an intention, or maybe just something to kind of keep in mind and be mulling over as we move through our practice today. So let's begin by sitting up tall, please, in your chair. You can rest the hands on the thighs or in the lap. Palms down for a more grounding energy experience, or palms up if you're feeling open and ready to receive as a gesture of openness. If it's comfortable, allow your eyes to softly close. So just for a brief moment, we can allow ourselves the opportunity to just simply tune in. So as the eyes close and your awareness moves in, what are you noticing today? Physically in your body, what are you noticing? What's drawing your attention? Not judging what you discover, but just discovering so that you know your starting point. And now please allow your awareness to move to the breath, to the breathing. Allow the breath to naturally sink into the belly. We'll do some big diaphragmatic breaths, some belly breathing. So sometimes it can be helpful to place one or both hands on the belly for this. But as you take your next inhale, really feel the belly expand as the hands press into, or the belly presses into the hands. And as you exhale, the belly will fall back towards your spine. Inhale again, belly expands. Exhale, belly contracts as the breath leaves the body. Take a few more of these on your own, just full inhalation and complete exhale. Take 5 more big belly breaths on your own, please. Two more breaths, please. And then allow your eyes to softly blink open. Reposition, set up nice and tall. Shoulders are going to draw down and find some length all the way up through the crown of your head. We'll just start with some small movements, staying upright and tall. Just turn your head, nothing else. Turn your head to look over your right shoulder. Feel the contraction on the right side of the neck and the stretch and the lengthening on the left. And then inhale, come back to center with the gaze. As you exhale, turn head to look over the left shoulder. Feel the contraction on the left side and the stretch on the right. Beautiful. Come back to center. Now let's drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Again, the shoulders stay down and still, just simply dropping right ear toward the shoulder. Feeling nice stretch in the side of the neck on the opposite side. Bring the head all the way back up. Let's drop left ear to left shoulder. And then lifting all the way up. Bring your chin to your chest. And now we're going to roll it in circles. Right ear goes to the right shoulder. And then you bring your gaze upright. Left ear to left shoulder. And chin to the chest. Let's go again that direction. Nice and slow. Ear to the shoulder and lift. Being mindful about not dropping the head too far back, especially if you have any pinching, anything you feel in the back of the neck. All right, let's roll the other way. So right ear to the right shoulder, chin to the chest, left ear to left shoulder, and then lift up to the right, chin down to the left and up. Let's take both shoulders, shrug them up, feel the tension, the gripping, the holding in the shoulders. See what that feels like. And then soften and lower down. Do that again. Shrug up. Feel the tension. Feel it. And then exhale. Release it down. Take fingertips to those shoulders. Inhale the elbows up toward the front and then take them out, back and down. Just making some nice big circles. Yeah, let's go the other direction. Bring them down around. Let's take the two arms, stretch them up overhead. As the arms are up overhead, our shoulders are down. Let's open and close the fingers, the hands a couple of times. And you can make a soft fist, roll those wrists. Take the two arms, stretch them up overhead. As you exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze the upper back like a goddess, or at least the arm movements for goddess pose. Inhale up, exhale, elbows down, chest open. Once more, just like that. Now let's stretch the arms out really, really wide and then bring the two arms out in front of you. So palms facing one another, shoulders are down. Be also really mindful of this. This often happens. So I'm turning sideways so you can see. So as I take the arms out, it's almost like I'm taking the whole arm bone out of the shoulder socket and bringing it forward. Try to keep those arm bones rooted into the shoulder socket. So I'm stretching the arms forward, but I'm keeping the shoulder in place. All right, so we'll keep the feet and the lower body still. Turn the arms along with the upper body to your right as far as they turn, right? And you notice that you're probably having to work your core a little bit. Navel's drawing back and up to maintain an upright posture. Now, imagine we've got a big bow and arrow here. Soft fist with the left hand. And then like you're drawing back that bow, slow and controlled, elbow drawing back. Squeeze that elbow back as far as it can go. And then slowly release the tension from the left arm as you stretch it back forward. And then bring both arms back out in front of you. Readjust, right? The shoulders are down, arms are back. Turn to your left. Soft fist with the right hand, and slowly, a lot of tension in the right arm here as we're drawing the bow back and then bringing it forward, releasing the tension and twisting back forward. Let's do that one more time on each side. Twist to your right, gentle fist with the left hand, draw back with the bow. like we're getting ready to slay all the demons, right? All the things in the darkness that hold us back. Back to center and around to the left. Right hand draws back. And back to center. And all the way back to the front. Let's stretch the two arms up overhead. Let's interlace the hands, all except for index fingers. So this is a mudra in yoga called Kali Mudra. And we can think of this like the sword of Durga, and in yoga mythology, this sword kind of slices through illusions, all the things holding us back. So we're holding here Kali Mudra. The upper body is elongated, shoulders are down, but we're extending through fingertips. Let's take a full deep breath in here. Exhale. Just letting go of those things that no longer serve you. One more full breath here in. As you exhale, arms lower down, out in front of you, slaying those illusions as we lower the arms down, release the interlacing. Let's take some full arm circles, reach the two arms up overhead, bring them back around and down. Just two more like this. Not really over efforting or getting too speedy with our movements today, just slow and controlled movement. Let's take those circles backward. So out, up, forward, and down. Two, and one more. All the way up, and we'll lower the hands all the way down out onto the knees. Let's inhale, draw the chest forward and up, squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back. You could even turn your gaze to look up, so this would be cow pose. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone and round the spine, squeezing the belly back. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat, round. Yeah, one more just like that. Inhale and exhale. Let's take this into a circular movement, just opening up through the torso and the spine a bit. So arch forward, cow pose. Now take your right ribs out to the right and then roll behind, and then left ribs out to the left and then forward. So just making a big circle. So you're rolling on the sit bones, and as well, almost as if we're kind of doing this like a barrel roll with your rib cage. Yeah. All right, let's change directions. We'll go to the left first, back and around. Feels so good on my spine, on the low back. Maybe you're feeling the same. And come all the way back around to the front. Great. Let's inhale, stretch the two arms up overhead. As you exhale, hands come down to the knees. Use them for a little assistance as you move all the way down into a forward bend. Let the head weight drop down, the arms drop down. Let's inhale to a flat back. So hands can either be in the shins on the floor, you can bring them back up to the knees, but come up until it feels like to you, you've taken all the rounding out of your back. And then we're going to exhale and lower all the way back down. Let's inhale, look forward, find that flat back positioning once more, then press into your feet. Use the earth energy to bring yourself all the way upright, and then we'll lower the arms down in a big circle around us. Let's do that again. Inhale, stretch the arms up tall. As you exhale, forward bend. So arms can go out wide, or you can support along the tops of the knees as we did in round one. Let's inhale, find your flat back, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, forward bend all the way down. Inhale, find that flat back positioning, looking forward, and then all the way up, reach to the sky. And exhale, lower the arms down. Let's take one more like that. Inhale up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward bend. So this is our little seated sun salutation. Inhale, look forward, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, look forward, lengthen, push into the feet and stretch tall. Let's take this into a lateral bend this time. We'll interlace the fingers again. This time, as you do, press the palms up and away. And on exhale, lateral bend over to your right. Let's inhale up tall. Exhale, lateral bend over to your left. Inhale. Rise up tall, release the interlacing, lower the hands down, pick up your right leg and lift it up. As you lift the leg up, we'll start with just some rotations in the ankle. And point and flex a couple of times. And let's hold the foot in a flexed position, pulling those toes towards your shin. That'll start to activate the muscles in the legs, as well as those right there in the low belly. So you can stay holding on here to the back of the leg. We'll exhale, extend the leg out, and then bend the knee. Extend it out and bend the knee. Now for a bigger challenge, no hands. You can take hands to the chair or just have them out in front of you. Do your best to stay as upright as possible so we're not rounding into the low back. Let's take one more here. And set the foot down. And let's bring the left knee up. So hands can go to the back of the thigh. We'll start with the rotation of the ankle again, just a couple of times. And then point and flex. But hold the foot in a flexed position. Stay really upright. And then extend the leg you're kicking through the heel and bend it again. Right, extend and bend. Now, your leg could be a little bit lower than mine, right? You do you. You do what works best for your body. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. And set it all the way down. Let's bring your hands back out onto your knees. We'll inhale for cow pose, right? So this is arching the spine, chest open. As you exhale, let's round the back like a cat, but at the same time, squeeze your right thigh towards your chest. And then we'll inhale, set the foot down, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose with a knee lift. So I like to call this dancing cat. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, arch. Exhale, we're squeezing that left knee into the chest. Let's take 2 more on each leg. So that's 4 in total. And 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, up tall. Heel toe your feet apart. So the feet are out a little bit wider, hands on top of the thighs. Inhale, long spine, and exhale, forward bend. You might get to about that halfway point. You could place elbows on top of the knees here. And just let your whole upper body, so we'll let the spine get round here. You can drop the head weight down. Nice, great stretch, the whole length of the back, right? You might feel this in the glutes, the back of the hips, along the spine, the shoulders, and the neck. Now, please feel free to stay right here with elbows or even hands on the knees. You could, if you like, go a little bit deeper, if that's available, and bring your hands all the way down to the floor. Let's stay for 2 more breaths, wherever you're at. If the hands are down lower, bring them back up to the knees, using the arms, the hands for support. Slowly bring yourself all the way upright. Yeah. Let's heel toe those feet back in. Let's take a sun salutation. This time we'll add in heel toeing the feet apart. as we fold down and then walk them back in as we come upright. Let's just do 2 rounds of those, get us a little bit more warmed up, and then I'll have us come on up to stand for a couple of standing postures today. So let's start with the arms down by the sides. We'll take an inhale, stretch the arms out tall. As you exhale, forward bend, heel toeing those feet apart as you move in. Again, hands can stay on the thighs or bring them all the way down to the floor. Inhale, up to a flat back. So hands either here looking forward or hands on the thighs looking forward. As you exhale, fold all the way back down. Let's inhale, find your halfway point, your flat back, and then all the way down. Heel toe the feet in as you stretch the arms up overhead. And then we exhale and lower the arms all the way down. Great, one more just like that. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, heel toe the feet apart as you move into the forward bend, support along the way to your comfort level, all the way down. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Heel toeing those feet together as you reach the arms overhead. And then lower the arms all the way down by your side. Yeah. All right. We'll do one more pose seated, and then we'll come up to stand. How about that? Turn in your chair to your left, please. So your left thigh is on the chair and your right toes are curled under with the knee pointing down. So we'll take a lunge and I'll add a twist to it. You decide whether you stay in this position. You could be right here with the knee pointing straight down, or you could walk that leg back to whatever variation is available to you, right? Some of us can take the leg farther back. For some of us, we can't. We need to have the knee here. Perfectly fine either way. If the leg is farther back, you'll feel more stretch across the front of the hip rather than the front of the thigh. But as I always say, you do you, all right? What you do want to make sure of is the back toes, those right toes, we're pressing down. So we keep really active in the legs. The low belly is going to lift. And ensure that your left foot is grounded right underneath the knee. Let's inhale, stretch 2 arms up overhead. So this is a lunge or a warrior 1 variation. Open heart here. Let's lower the arms down. Keep the legs in this position. Take your right hand, cross it over so it's on the outside of the left thigh, or you could even grab the back of the chair, depending on your reach. Take your left arm and stretch it back behind. So we're twisting around to look toward the left as the left arm goes back. So a lunge twist. Stay really grounded into the legs. Let's inhale, untwist, bring ourselves all the way back around, lower the hands, walk yourself forward, and then keep turning in your chair, go the other direction. We'll take that lunge variation on side 2. So now left toes are curled under. Remember, you decide whether the foot stays in close or you take the leg a little bit farther back. The right foot's grounded, legs are strong. Let's begin by inhaling, 2 arms go up overhead. And then we'll lower the arms down. The left arm will cross over back, or excuse me, the outside of the thigh or the back of the chair, and reach the right arm back behind. Now, an alternate position for the right hand might just be to place it on the back of the chair to assist with the twist. And so I didn't share that on side 1. But if you need that, hand goes to the chair. Shoulders are down. We're lengthening the spine. Legs are strong. Let's untwist. Move ourselves all the way back around as we release the posture. And come up to standing. Yeah. So I'll turn my chair sideways and I'll be sideways to you, but you can just stand directly in front of your chair. Position your feet so they're about hips distance. Heels are underneath the knees. You can either have hands on your hips Or sometimes I like to bring hands to Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. Take a big inhale here, standing tall. As you exhale, bend the knees, sending your butt back toward the chair. Right, so you may even go, so we tap on the chair and then come back up. We're just gonna do 5 of these, just warming up into the legs. Now there is an alternate for this chair pose. If you need to have extra support, you could have an additional chair here. You could grab onto a wall, or you could be standing behind your chair, holding on and just squatting into the air. Oh gosh, I got to talking and forgot to count. Let's say we got one more here. And then all the way up. Yeah, shake the legs out, tap them out, right? We were sitting for a while. Want to get the blood going, get things moving. All right. I'm going to come behind the chair now. So fingertips will be on the chair. Reset to mountain pose. So heels underneath the knees. Let's take a squat. So a squat, a chair pose, all right? Sending the weight back into the heels. And notice I'm not tucking the tailbone. I don't want any rounding in the low back. I'm sending the tailbone back. Low belly is lifting. Let's add a twist into our chair. Lengthen the spine. Take your left arm, stretch it out to the side, and then stretch it back behind you. So twisting to your left. And then inhale, come back to center, 2 hands on the chair, and straighten the legs. Let's sit back into our chair pose, our imaginary chair. Right arm goes out, and then stretch it back. A little chair twist. And inhale, come all the way back around and straighten the legs out. All right. Now, actually, I'm not sure how I'm going to put the chair. I think I'll just leave it just like this. And let me see. I got to figure out how to want the chair in this one. We'll be taking a lunge pose. So same as what we did. Actually, I'm going to leave it this way. So I've got my fingertips on the back of the chair, just like we did when we were seated in the chair, but we'll do that lunge twist upright and standing. All right, let's see how we do. Fingertips to the chair. Start here, feet flat. Let's start with my right foot forward, and I'll step the left one back. Right, so the left leg goes back. Bend your right knee until the knee is about over the ankle, the top of the foot. And I've got my left toes curled under back behind me and pressing into the left heel. Now let's start here, just nice and stable. Legs are strong. Low belly is lifting. Upper body should feel pretty free and open here. Now, of course, keep fingertips on a chair or on a wall as needed. Can we try lifting 1 or maybe 2 arms up overhead? And let's exhale. Lower the arms down. Keep your left hand down, but I'm going to cross it over to the right side of the chair. You could also take it onto the thigh. The right arm is going to go out to the side first, lengthen it. And as you exhale, twist around to your right. Inhale, untwist, come back to center, push off the back foot and step forward. Shake those legs out. Yeah, we're working them a little bit in our standing postures here. Let's do that on the other side, okay? So Tadasana, mountain pose to begin with. Now left foot will stay here, right leg goes back. So step the leg back, we're on the toes. That'll allow both of our hips to be facing forward. So toes are stamped down, pressing back into your right heel. Left knee is bent. Legs are strong and stable. When you're feeling comfortable and balanced, Can you play with taking one or two arms up? Lower the arms down, keep the legs here. Right arm is going to cross over to the left side of the chair or to the outside of the left thigh. The left arm stretches out to the side, and on exhale, reach that arm back behind, twisting around to your left. Untwist, back around to the front, push off the back foot, and step forward. Wonderful. Shake the legs out. We'll take one more standing posture, tree pose, a classic for sure. Once again, finding mountain pose, fingertips to the chair, to a wall, to a counter. And let's start with all of the balance over here on the left foot. Bend your right knee, and then right hip opens to the side. You might stay here with the heel just resting on the ankle or pick the foot up to the inside of the calf. And just maybe, your tree grows branches. And slowly stepping out. I don't have to, but I'm going to turn the chair around the other way. So I've got opposite fingertips on the chair. We're going to find all of our balance now on the right foot. Left knee opens, either toes on the floor or sole of the foot to the inside of the calf. And you decide if your tree grows branches and the arms move up. And let's slowly step out. Yeah, shake the legs a little bit. And let's return to sitting down in our chair. So as you sit down in the chair facing forward, after all of that standing work, I would like to open the hips with a couple of postures before we settle in and close our practice. Let's start with eagle pose, or not eagle, pigeon pose. Pick up your right foot or right leg, flex the foot, and we'll cross ankle over the knee. You could also do ankle over shin, or even place the outer edge of the foot on a block or elevate it in some way. Just trying to get access to the outer hip on the right side. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. If you're not already feeling a good stretch in the outer hip just by placing ankle over knee, you can add a forward bend here, just hinging forward at the hip. Let's inhale, bring ourselves all the way up. Let's fully cross the legs. So thighs are crossed. You can even tuck the toes behind, but it's not necessary. You might just have the calves next to one another. Squeezing the legs. Let's take the arms out wide. So we have the right leg on top. Let's cross the arms over the chest so the right arm goes under the left, and then hands to opposite shoulders. Could also place backs of the hands or palms together. So we're squeezing everything in. Inhale up nice and tall. As we squeeze the elbows together, hopefully you're feeling this really great stretch between the shoulder blades, the back of the shoulders, the upper back. Inhale, open out wide. And return back to center. Pick up your left leg, flex the foot, left ankle over the right knee. Up tall. Or add in a forward bend here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cross the legs a little more deeply. Tuck the toes if you like. So we've got left leg on top. Let's cross the arms so the left goes under the right. Left under right, either hands to shoulders, backs, or palms together. You decide. Squeezing everything in. Release everything. Inhale, open out wide. Return to 2 feet on the floor, heels underneath your knees. Let's take one final twist, just seated forward. Cross the left arm over to the right side, twist around to your right. And inhale, untwist. Come back around to the center. We'll cross and twist the other way. Inhale, untwist. Come all the way back around to the front. Hands rest back on top of the thighs or in the lap. If it's comfortable, soften and close your eyes once more. As the eyes close, we'll start by just taking a moment to scan the physical body. Just notice again what you notice in your body in this moment. And then tuning in just for a moment back to kind of the talking points, the theme of our practice today. Just remembering that nothing remains light or dark, right? There's always this constant interplay between the two. So, what is it in your life, maybe that you're moving through? What changes are happening? And those changes, those challenges, I guess that's why they're called challenges, right? They provide lessons probably for us. These challenges in our life teach us things. But it's also an opportunity for us to let go, right? To let go of the things that don't serve us, maybe in that outcome, in that impending lightness that will appear at the end of the tunnel. It's always there. And as we close, let's just let it all go. Let it all go. Expectations and judgment, self-criticism. Just let it all go. Just for a moment, be the light in the darkness. Let's join your hands in Anjali Mudra, please. Bowing chin to your chest, bowing into gratitude in our heart center. It's closing with a moment of gratitude to ourselves for taking this time for well, for us today, for you. And thank you so much for sharing your yoga practice with me. Namaste.